Hello, everyone. It's another day for the spoiler room. No camera again this week. I am just a little super busy, so I didn't have time to get physically ready for this, and I don't feel like sharing that with the world just yet. You're not ready for it. But what we're gonna do today is we're already prepared map wise for most of the next session. Um, but I want to add in a few like random encounters because I should also probably pull this open on my phone so I can see the chat to the stream, right? That's something we should do. But we're gonna build a few random encounters. Because they're kind of like semi-random. Because we're gonna build what's happening in them, and we're gonna roll. These are for when we're streaming. If the viewer wants to drop, I don't remember how many bits it is, but if they drop a certain bit donation, they can trigger a random event to happen. So we're gonna build a pool of like combat encounters, maybe a couple of puzzle solving role play encounters. Really, I guess dependent up to how the party wants to solve them. But all right, so let's pull open Twitch on my phone.
I need to make sure I actually know what you're all saying to me, or else I can't actually chat with you. That would just be silly.
Hey, Media Flare's live right now. It's cool. I don't want to actually watch my own stream though. Why is this happening? I also do apologize a little bit. No, like these things happen, but my channel. No, I'm thinking of like Stream Manager. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Now I can see the chat. That only took a minute. But oh gosh, what was I just gonna say? I don't know. So I'm in the process of building a little bit of a thing right now, and it's super like crude. So I always start off like kind of Lego building. And then as I'm like populating, just realized both these trees are facing the same way, and that's just no fun. So let's fix that. But I like to populate the world slowly, and then oop, I missed a piece. Oh well. I think it'll still look like a tree without it. Okay. Put this one a little bit more there. I just wanted like two big trees, so we plopped those down. Might very similar though. I'm gonna delete a couple pieces off this one to make it look less similar. Maybe this bush here. There we go. Okay, it doesn't look like exactly the same, right? Maybe shave off this edge too. Yeah. And then just like one of the many trees I have. Two of the many trees that are in here. Yeah, that looks fine. That looks much more different. Oops, right there. These two pieces just can't have it. But yeah, so as I was saying, I don't know why that like took out the entirety of my mind, but I like to start really plain and just like do everything in squares, and then as I start fleshing it out, adding more terrain, like circling above and kind of like looking at it, I'll figure out how I want things to go. And one thing I was thinking about is I do want these two to connect just a little. Maybe, okay, so let's get rid of these two. These ones. Yeah, okay, so then now let's fill these. I'm gonna delete these sponges underneath, I think. Yeah, delete those sponges because they're at the same level. And now I'm just gonna fill it in with pieces to make it look like it's just like a natural river connecting from one to the other. And while I'm building, we have to ponder what is the party going to encounter in this area. This could be, combat, puzzle, etc., etc. Water's a lot higher than I thought it was. Could like go a whole other layer? Could. No, that's flat, right? That's the same plane. That's the same plane. Okay, I'm just tricking my own eyes, I think. But so now we have like this little path, and then now I'm gonna delete all of the adjacent grass and make it a little bit muddier. All of the adjacent grass. And then we've got, I guess, like I would love a grass token right in between, you know, Super Baron and all the grass. But we're not there yet. We lack the technology, and that's fine. And then, so this will just kind of flesh out as we go. I was thinking, so I was looking at a couple of monsters, and remembering that we want to stay mostly in the Fey and Fiend category. The occasional, maybe like plant monster, like last blah blah blah. Last session, we had some. What are they called? What are they called? Twig blights, and those aren't like Fey or Fiend. They're just, you know, tree monsters or whatever. Actually, they might, no, they're still plantoid, but I think they're Fey, you know, Fey critters. Now I can actually good. A little bit lower.
Yeah. There's maybe another one. Definitely gonna put another one over here. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Okay.
Kind of dirt on the corners. Whoops, forgot right there. So anyway, so along the line of like what kind of creatures we could have in this, I was thinking about boggles. Do you know anything about boggles? If you don't, I can fill you in. Boggles are a Fey creature that are like very slimy, oily, like sticky tar. Not their bodies, but they leave that residue around. That's like the sign of their existence. Pardon. And they're kind of like trickster Fey, as you know, as most Fey do. But they're kind of like grody about it. As indicated by my burps, I guess I'm like getting in character. So here's a boggle, right?
Look at that cute little face. Look at that chin, little tiny body.
So it's just like a huge head, a tiny little body, super long, creepy limbs. And I don't know too much about it. Like, you know, like kind of like looking into it right now. And yeah, it can like make oil happen. It can kind of like steal easily. Maybe. No, maybe boggles won't work in this particular area, but now boggles can invade this. Okay, so I'm gonna hold on to boggles for now. Let's actually look for something else. So we're kind of getting to a little bit of a more of a wet area. Veggie pygmies. Those are plants again. The party fought plants last time, so I probably also don't want to like just throw more plants at them. Maybe a mix. Oh, that's what we can do. The next thing they fight, in this area at least, could be myconids. You know, they have those tokens exist in Tailspire, so this can be swampy. It's full of mushrooms, a lot of dead things. Put a rock. I like the idea of a rock on this one. Real low though. That's the rock. Yeah. Cool. It's not. I'm gonna like pinch around these edges too. So I'm gonna take these, and then I don't know, like we'll do the 1x1s. Yeah, the 1x1 tiles. We're actually gonna kind of have it like stretch out to here a little bit. Maybe the dirt goes up more. Because that's the other thing. I guess this dirt shouldn't all be like level. We'll say that the dirt is deeper in the larger one for sure. So we'll take like a little bit of it, and if you hold Alt Control, you can lower it. In case you've never done that before in your own Tailspire. A lot of these controls, I kind of like just learned over time from other people's videos as they were building. They'd mention like the controls they were using, and I'd be like, whoa. You telling me this entire time I didn't have to do this one thing because there's a button for it?
Uh-oh.
iRock? Aw, thanks, Vey. Also, really good to see from you, or hear from you again. I hope you are doing great in these trying times. Times are always trying, I suppose. But we're trying a little more than normal, you know? But we're trying to think of, like, a Fey critter. So Fey, Fiend, and Plant are the, like, main creatures that the party will... Well, the only types of creatures the party will run into around here. Besides a couple of, like... Oh, my heart! Thank you for the pizza! the besides like a couple of humanoid races that they will run into, the monsters at least will be like Fae, Fiend, and it looks better. I don't want it like perfectly level though, so let's like this actually kind of like stretches out for a bit. It's like that, and there's just like one random. Whoa, a little too high. One random, one just a little higher. I was gonna put boggles in, but I think those would be more fun to do the party to deal with inside the city proper. Yeah, actually, you know, it's a little drier on this end. Get like 3 of them, and then also take another one. Oop, that one's too gray. Wait. Did they get like faded because the water? Did I dip it in the water and it became grayer? Oh, it's still like right at a micro layer. That's why it looks bright. Okay. That actually threw me through a loop for a second. But anyway, so I'm trying to ponder. I'm just like braining over some like fake critters that could be in this field. Without like spoiling too much, we're gonna say that this random encounter will be kind of like a hunting ground, a area that is frequented by some sort of Fae, Fiend, beast type thing. That maybe other more sapient critters will come and hunt. I'm like, I completely keep distracting myself. Oh yeah, I was gonna continue stretching this out. I kind of want to make this a little bit like ovaloid, you know? Maybe I'll take this out. Not entirely like symmetrical, so we'll curve back in here, I think. Yeah, that looks good. Just cookie cutter the rest. Oh my god, yeah. So I love Tailspire Vey. I got it during its like I slid in right at the end of the Kickstarter so I can get into the closed beta because I was like, I need to know everything about this. This is the dream. This is what I've always wanted. In a like companion program for D&D or other role-playing games. That one. And so I've been having so much fun with it. It's really great to build with. The mechanics for running it also like flow very well. Oops, I want little 1x1s. And it's just been a treat playing it with people. We had our first episode of our Into the Fae. You know what? That's going to end up having to be in the same plane. That's going to bother me. Into the Fae, our new stream on the Lady Dames channel, on Sundays, and it went pretty well. I would say our like performance nerves definitely were there at first, but overall it was like super fun. Nah, I don't like that. I want that backwards.
Yeah, like that. I'll put that one there.
That's better. And then a piece of grass. Yeah, that looks cool. That looks cool. It's kind of looking a little bit more natural. And I just keep doing laps as I'm building. And anytime something looks like plainly like, okay, this is a board game, you know, like, or something, I will edit. So as I'm doing right now, this was way too square. So now I'm kind of like blobbing out some of the edges. Maybe as I'm building, I'll notice one of the things I always notice is like people will just put their tiles like this. And I highly recommend just taking a second and just grabbing tiles once in a while and flipping them around here and there, you know, changing it up. You don't even have to like do many of them before they very quickly, oops, start to look better. Like it looks, see now it's already broken up. Your eye doesn't catch a pattern as easier. So, aw, thank you. My voices, I hope my voices are always cute and or terrifyingly cute. So that's exactly how pixel art works. That's awesome. Brain. I wanted to do something in this corner. I want to put like a plant right here, actually. So let's change the tile of this. I actually want to put one of these trees here. I will put way more plants, but just visually, I want to kind of like see what it looks like as we go. Unfortunately, when you copy paste these types of items, you can't rotate them as much. Only like on the cardinal like directions. Come on, right about there. There you go. Push it. Push it in closer. Maybe, yeah, we'll go a little closer. Like that. Kind of looks legit. I'm also gonna, actually, you know what? I just realized there's no audio. There is no audio happening right now. And so let's just give us some music. We're gonna go with the Tailspire theme until I actually know what I want here. There. Ugh, that feels better. I just realized I've been playing in complete silence. That would have been awkward. First 20 minutes of the stream. Okay, so back to blobbing this out better. So we got this. I want to turn it into Doit. Like half the distance. Yeah. I don't worry about, I don't worry about breaking up the pattern so much when I first start placing things, but I will come through later and like rotate around anything that I just dislike. I just can't handle. Go with one of these. Yeah, a little bit of leaves got into the ground too. It's too centered. Hey, no, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna put a bush. I have a nice little bush. Did I put both the bushes on the same spot? No, I just forgot to grab both of them. Oh well, so we're gonna take one of these little bushes. It's just a collection of different plant tokens that I actually don't want all of it, so I'm just gonna place it here for a second. Let's delete a lot of the mass. I want this one to be on the smaller side, little oblong. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. Take it. Training for DMCA. More normal for no music. Aw. Music's so important. Oh, them background sounds. That makes or breaks a session. I don't know, really not. Okay, there. That blob now makes a little bit more sense in my brain. I'm gonna pinch in just one tile here, right? And it's gonna be not the same one. Let's go with this one, and then we'll have smaller grass here. Little pinch, and then round this corner out more. Or actually make it, let's squeeze it inward. Okay, so we actually want it to be more like this. All right. All right. Thank you. I like to be very attentive. I don't want to just like slap together typical grid map D&D. If you want that kind of stuff, you know, we've got Roll20, we've got Astral Tabletop, we've got Fantasy Grounds, it's fine. If you're gonna use Tailspire to its maximum potential, you gotta make it look living, breathing, just really immersive. I'm a nerd. In case you're watching this and have never met me before, you will notice I'm a bit on the nerd side. As indicated by literally prepping a D&D map right now. Okay, so let's just break it up the monotony here because I'm gonna remember it's here now. Okay. Feels better. I also want to lower one. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. I also still need help. I need help figuring out what type of creature is here. The idea is this is a hunting ground. This is an area a more sapient species comes by and hunts critters that come through here. It's very swampy. That's a thing that's going to be going on in this area, obviously indicated by the types of plants I'm creating and the terrain. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about this blob over here. I'll get back to it though. I think I'm getting satisfied with this. I think plants will fix the rest. Like I'm just gonna place rocks and plants around the rest and it'll make more sense aesthetically. Now let's populate. I actually just want to do one quick. I don't know why. I just want to bump right there. And then I also want this to be less symmetrical. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Break it up a little bit. Now it looks like something has like periodically walked up this way. That's neat. I'm gonna do it on the other side as well. But this side needs extra attention because, yeah. Ah, yeah, that's starting to look nice. Just a little bit of attention helps, a little bit of love. I mean, players put love into their maps regardless of whether or not they give the extra attention, but I feel pretty satisfied when I do it. What types of Fey, Fiend, or plant creatures? I mean, plant creatures are easy. Let's avoid plants for now. A small Fey circle of mushrooms? Oh yeah, for sure. That's actually what we can do up here. Right here. Let's raise this one more. Okay. Let's put a little mushroom circle next to the shadow of this tree.
Well, mushrooms. Okay. Oh.
Where are my mushrooms? There they are. Little mushroom circle. Use purples and whites. Watch me, like, screw up a circle. Okay, so just gonna put a couple down for now until I can kind of see what's going on here. Oops, one more there. All right, now let's circle it up. Maybe one more. Little red one here. Yeah, that's looking like a circle, right? Okay, so that's a little face circle, and what we're gonna do is there'll be mushrooms. We'll make this like a Myconid type encounter. So we actually have Myconid creatures we can use for this. So first we have that one, and then we have, I think there's a section for Fae. Yep. So this one, that one, that one, and I guess technically the Treant, if we want to, like, suspension of disbelief and pretend it's some sort of myconial creature. We also can change the sizes of the tokens, so, you know, we can shuffle it up. But yeah, thanks for the suggestion. All right, so this is now a Myconid encounter, and we're gonna say, oh, that's actually wonderful. I wish, so you can turn, oh, you know what? I can psych the party out. So there's a button you can actually use to turn props into creature tokens, but not vice versa, unfortunately. So now it looks like, see, it looks like it's just several creature tokens of mushrooms, but one of them is actually just a mushroom.
A mushroom person. Get you in, let me squeeze you in there. Let me put this one over there a little bit more. Keep that circle aesthetic.
I'm gonna have them face away, like towards the tree. That's just gonna be cute. I think that's gonna be just a funny thing that the party will find. It's like, oh, look at all these cute little mushrooms and they're little, like, pots or whatever. And then, this one attacks! I love the little, like, battle scar on this one, too. It's so tough looking.
Hey, so tough for a little tiny guy.
And then we'll say that, are the Myconid, yeah, the Myconid creatures will be what is hunted in these hunting grounds. And what we can do is just have a couple of these around, not actually be the main thing that the party's fighting, like CR, a quarter, Myconids here and there in this area. But if they do actually, like, for Hex, see, I can't. All right, so if they do for Hex want to come and just beat up Myconids for funsies, it actually will be defended by a couple of, like, Treant type creatures. You can hide them. I don't know why I'm using a hide volume. You can hide them so the party can't see them until they appear. So there's a couple there. Now let's make a whole bunch of mushroom folk. They're actually kind of, say, we'll make them smaller. These ones here, they're not like fully sentient Myconid type creatures. They're gonna be smaller sporelings that are kind of walking around. I guess they can be various sizes, but for suspension of disbelief, I guess, I don't want my party to be hunting anything sentient, you know? I'm okay with them hunting beasts should they need supplies and or just food or whatever, but humanoid things should not be killed for funsies. Actually, honestly, nothing should be killed for funsies, but this is D&D, so come on now. It's kind of a combat game. Well, it isn't a combat game, but it definitely is oriented for players wanting to do combat problem solving instead of just actually solving some puzzles. a couple over there, one over here. What is the CR of a Myconid? Like an adult Myconid is CR 1/2. That's a lot of hit points for 1/2. Okay, so I'm gonna cut the hit points in half, make them small, and then they will be... Oh, I just noticed this one here is like a dog. Look at it. Aww. These Myconids will be like underdeveloped. I won't explain why for spoiler purposes, but they are underdeveloped. I think maybe like one more. If they got 11 hit points, yeah, okay, that's fine. And then we'll have how threatening are tree ants. Let's find that out. Tree. I don't know. Tree. Start with that. Awakened tree actually is probably what I should use. Okay, and then TRE for tree ant. Let's see if nope. Oh, is it like an Enton? I don't know. Oh, it's outside of the challenge rating. That explains it. Okay, so they are going to just be awakened trees. We don't want to kill the party. Per se. Maybe one more of... I liked the this swamp beast looking one. So they kind of peel themselves off of the trees when too many... Not always, but we'll say like if too many Myconid get killed. So we'll put a couple of more Myconid critters around so that kind of want like two kind of over here. They're gonna be playing with something, but and then GM tools, set size, small, a little bit of moral support. Oh my god, I love it. Is this already a 1/2x1/2, or is it gonna get even smaller? GM tools, set size. Okay, it is a 1/2 already, so if I set size to bigger... Oh, I'm so chubby. I definitely plan on, at some point, having a situation where this specific token is enlarged for the enemies to fight to, like, at least, like, that. I just want this big old chubby thing toward the party. Thud. Wait to make a bigger so it thuds. Shakes the screen when it moves.
I'm coming, I'm gonna get you. Look at me go. Hang on, I'm tired. I'm coming.
Alright, so enough of that. That was fun. Now these specific ones, I'm trying to not use too many of. There's gonna be like a fun thing with them. So I'll have one out and about with the crowd. So there's now a population. So let's actually start like thickening the forest a bit. Since the Myconid live here, we're gonna say there's like a good handful of there's gonna be a lot of like fallen trees. And the fallen trees, though, also since they're gathering Myconid or mushrooms, should probably be like shaded, you know, like one of these. I don't even know what time of the day it's gonna be when the party gets here. I think for a spooky swamp aesthetic, it should probably be a little bit on the darker side. So I'm actually not gonna plant this tree yet. Hang on. Atmosphere. Sun is always facing this way for our game, which is east. We'll say, oh, can we just green slump it? That might be a little too dark. Well, hang on. Let's change the board aesthetic. I didn't really change much. Yeah, no, it's way too dark. Okay, so none of that. Well, we can have a post effect of greens. Yeah, to give kind of a green misty. Yeah, okay. Turn up the fog, too. That always helps. Yeah. All right, so now we've got a swamp aesthetic. We also need to change the music to make... Let's work on this atmosphere for a sec. Before we get too ahead of ourselves. All right. How's it going? Ooh, lady. I have to take a second to read. So ambient sounds, there is a swamp actually, I think now. Yes, swamp. Shush music for a sec. All right, it's perfect. Bam, done. Send it. I guess there doesn't always have to be music in a scene. And since there isn't anything particular happening just yet, yeah, you know what? Let's just do the music for now. Always set your... I personally like to set my effects volumes higher than the rest. so that when you have like a token cast a spell or attack another one, you can make sure to hear it. Hang on, let me try that again. I didn't really get louder at all. Okay. Oh, you gotta zoom in also, I suppose. So hang on. Let me turn it down now and attack. I really can't tell a difference. So what we're building here is a couple random encounters. And this is the one we're working on first. We'll probably get to like 2 of them today because we're gonna stream for a shorter period. But the party in our streams on Sunday on Lady Dame channel, if players donate a certain amount of bits, they can trigger a random encounter for the party to get thrown into. And so we're gonna make maybe a couple combat encounters, maybe a couple puzzle solving, a couple of this and that, maybe some role-play encounters, and put them in a pool. And I'll add more over time as we go, but for now we need at least like 2, maybe 3 for the next session in case people do drop those bits. Okay, so I'm thinking time of day. Let's make it a little bit. Yeah, that helps. Okay. Now I'm ready to get back into building. So now I can rest in the nook of the tree. That looks better. Do another one up here. But like, yeah, there we go. Oops, gotta go a little lower. And then I definitely want one kind of like leaning into the swamp a little bit, maybe? That feels cool. Yeah, we'll do it about right there. Viewer engagement, yes, that is the goal there. Yeah, that looks cool. So in our streams we have a couple of different. Oops, I gotta hit apply. We have a couple of different like ways viewers can participate in our adventuring. One is to give inspiration to a party member with bits. All of these are for bits. There's give an inspiration. I think there's one to give the DM disadvantage on an attack roll. I just honestly cannot remember right now. And then we also have random encounter, or rather, quote unquote, random encounter. Oh, I didn't finish doing anything to this corner. Hang on. This looks gross. I can change this one actually pretty quick. I have an idea already.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna go like that. And some dirt. Boom. And then break up the monotony. I'm not coming back to this corner for a bit, I bet. All right, break up the monotony, or not the monotony, break up the pattern is this phrase. You can break the pattern in your board. It's super good. I just love it. I'm gonna explain it constantly, but like, for example, you look at this on, if this was just like a rollout grid map, you're like, oh, I see that they copy pasted the assets. Teehee, it's just a game. But if you take a minute, and you hold Alt, you just kind of grab and drag in random directions, flip them around here and there. Who knows where they'll land? Who really cares? Just so long as they ain't all facing the same way. I just made those two kind of face the same way. And then like now, look here, and I'll turn the camera away and then come back so you can like see. Immediately doesn't look like just like a repeated pattern of like copy paste. It feels that much more alive. I didn't do it with the rest of this board yet because that's like one of the last things I do. I just don't want to fuck around in this corner very often. The main encounter is going to be like this area here. The party will come in from probably over here, I'd say. Patternistic diversity. I like that. Yeah, I don't know why. Like it makes it so much better in my eyes, at least, and I feel it really definitely helps. Like if you were to see this versus, actually, I can take a second. It's my stream. So here's the map we're working on. Let me show you a map we've already like finished with that type of terrain in mind. And suddenly it turns into buildings, isn't it wild? Just wait for everything to load in. I forgot this is where we ended our last session. Yeah. And go to some terrain over here. There we go. There's all that rocky rubble. See how it's all broken up? Looks really like, kind of, it makes it look more natural. It makes it look, well, natural is the word. Yeah, just that. It's not like artificially created by some person with a pen and a paper. This was here, this grew here, etc. Why is my water not here? This is weird looking at with the drained aesthetics. The fish are just floating. That's funny. Were the fish that low the whole time? Come on, kids. Let's get you out of that. Out of that. I didn't realize I had them so low.
There you go. Get out of the water.
Well, I guess it was good that the water was down, because I didn't know my precious fishies were suffocating in the water. The rest of them looked fine. All right. But anyway, back to the board we are actually working on. And then we're going to call this Random Encounter 1. I don't know. Yeah, so Random Encounter 1, RE1. Oh yeah, that map is huge. I'll show you. I think that's one of the biggest maps we've made so far. But you can make, if your computers can handle it, you can make if this is a 10 by 10 square, and they assume that the people are gonna like turn it into, oops, wrong one. 5-foot squares. So you can make a 30 by 30 by 20, and that's your height, length, width, height, kilometer map if your computer can handle it. And that's amazing. We even tested it a couple of times. It's ridiculous. You could make like all of Helm's Deep and it would look beautiful. Oh, it's unfair how amazing it is. I don't ever put it to full capacity because I don't want like any one of my friends' computers to chug, but that is just all right, I'm distracting myself. Let's take these trees here. I need more tree styles, but these are the only like pre-built assets that we got going on that I like. Yep, just kind of plop them around. Trees don't have a natural order to the way that they fall and are planted. In fact, boom, look at that. That's like across the trees. Can't even stop them. If trees want to be religious, that's their choice. All right, so we got a bunch of those. And now we can just go to the asset library and build like smaller things. There's little bush trees we can do. And I would probably want a whole lot more going on now that I think about it. I've already made this kind of super thin. This area here will be more open, we'll say. This is where like the myconids come to kind of just, they don't know why they gather yet. They haven't realized themselves that they've like begun to awaken and all that kind of cool shit. Spoilers. Even just to play around with. Oh my god. Yeah, right? It's so beautiful. And actually what I've done a couple of times at home games is if I want to build like a really cool set piece for the party to look at while I'm like doing something, I'll build one of these for like my home party and just like open up a screen, like a large TV nearby, and be like, this is what you see. Look at it. Let's put a couple of dead trees. Dead style dead trees. But actually, I'm not done with these trees. A couple more of them. Also, again, I'm rotating the trees. Like, I do 1 and then 2. So, like, 1, 1, 2 when I'm placing trees around, or any token, honestly. Because otherwise, again, that immediately starts to get noticeable. Like, oh, it's just a field of the same tree over and over again. But just rotating a tree once in a while, it also looks like broccoli. Just rotating a tree once in a while makes it suddenly look like, oh, they put so many different types of trees in here. So cool. All right. I think that's enough for this tree. What other simple trees do we have? There's a couple of, like, pine trees in here, I think, right? Ooh, I didn't even notice. Oh, yeah, there is Christmas-themed, like, tokens. Ooh, I'll hold on to this one for, like, another encounter. This specific encounter is not in need of either of those, but we do need... Okay, there's some other trees. There we go. So I'll leave this also kind of open, or at least kind of like gesture the party to get towards the river. Can you make trees gigantic? if you... Actually, I don't know. Hang on. Let's find out. I'm going to convert a tree into a token, right? And I'm going to change the size of that token. Damn. Set size. I can...
Ah! Look at that! I made a baby tree.
Alright, I guess that was the largest size category for the tree. But now the question is if I turn it back, does it like... Okay, you can't turn it... You can make a baby ass tree. Look at that baby tree! I'm gonna die. Alright, it's gonna die. Yeah, cool. But what you can do is you can cluster. See, this isn't actually a gigantic tree. This is just a whole bunch of these trees, like, mushed together. There's some bush tokens here. There's some vine tokens. You put them all together, and now it looks like it's a big-ass tree. You can also, like, so you can take stump segments and then, like, stack them together and then make a tree. But I'm really bad at the stacking. Okay, so... I don't know why I want this here, but I want this here. Cool. A little more center, though. Let's go, like, yeah, in there. Yeah. Yeah. I'm still... All right, there. I keep distracting myself. I still want to place more trees. I don't know why I get mad at myself when I get distracted. Like, it's literally just us hacking around building stuff. Because, again, the entire adventure... Not the entire adventure. The entire session and any predicted zones they might wander off to, because you know your players in D&D, they be unpredictable sometimes, is already ready to go. So this is just casually building the random encounters that y'all can donate bits for. Now, I think the Feywild is deserving of a few coniferous trees too. Let's make a couple tall ones. And that's the game of like actually centering this dang thing. Is that centered? Nope. This way now. Okay, is it centered? Nope. And then we go this way. Better. Okay, so now we got a pine tree. And so I don't go through that agony again. I'm just going to copy it. And now we can paste it around. Actually, let me just triple check it because if a party member points it out. No, that looks good. Okay. Not a lot of coniferous trees. I would like... So the party will probably spend like a full year so we can have like seasonal changes for funsies. And I'd like it to actually look pretty dead when players like revisit locations. So not super many coniferous trees, but some. And then we can switch them over to these when the time comes. All right, let's sink these babies in. Couple of sunken logs here and there. Good for the environment. Good for the bones or whatever. Whatever you need. Put a couple down here. How about we do that? Yeah, maybe just I don't know. I'm doing that. There we go. Looks nice. Oh, I'm loving it. All right, so that's like the extent of what we can do for trees right now. Ooh, I want a tree like in this. Yeah. Why not? Metal Gear. Alright, so that one, does that blend well with any of these, though? Not really. I have to put a treetop on right away. No. So we'll take... Yeah, alright, so we're going to take this one, and we're actually going to, like, mush it in a couple of times. Right. Okay. That one, not so much. There, alright. And then we also will mush... Yeah. Mush some of this, right? Okay, it's not tall enough. Help! Come on! Yeah! I just want it to be where it blends, right? And it looks nice now. No, it doesn't. There it goes. Okay. Let's have some stuff hanging off of it. I want, like, vines. We got vines, right? There's vines somewhere. There they are. Okay. Let's get it. Couple of vines hanging off this lovely tree in the swamp. Maybe some of them just dipping its toe in the water. That's fun. Snap to center would be a nice... so there isn't a snap to center, but there's a snap to token. And so what I'll do is I'll just click a token. And now it's it's just the token I zoom back to get back into the center of the board. It's not the best fix, but definitely we need a snap center later. Agreed. I want more going on this tree. Yep, okay. And like one more here. Yeah, and then we'll also have just a couple other like little bits of vine going on around other parts of the tree. Maybe some of these actually. I'll take some of this mossy like bush, kind of like mush it into the environment here. Shift, yeah, shift, drag it over a little bit. That looks nice. And then just something of color, just a little piece of color up in there. There you go, little piece, one mushroom. All right, so already, wow, I just zoomed back out and it's like, boom. Look how much more alive it looks. I think I want to put another one or two of these bushes down. I actually want to put, ooh, let's put it in here. I'm gonna take a lot of the flowery stuff off. Except for the ones that are popping up over. Oh, that looks nice. Okay. I'm gonna make my own little new bush over here. Not like super a lot going on in it though. Yeah, a little, what other plants look like they're from underwater? These things, whatever they are. Just poking up above the water. Oh crap, there's lily pads. Hell yeah. Oh god, now we gotta like make sure they're actually, okay, that looks flat on the water, right? Is it on the water? Is it above? No, see, that's way too high. Yep, that's right there, breaking above the water. Sweet. Oh my god, and there's little tiny ones too. Yes, yes. Okay. I'm so about this encounter map. I love, like, I fall in love over and over again with the maps I'm building as they come to life like this. Okay, I actually want way more. Oh, I forgot about these. Put some cattails out. Yeah. This side's gonna be like ripe with them. Just like they're out of control. Someone needs to come over here and do something about it. And then maybe some right here. Yes. Oh my god. I have way too much fun with this program. I'm so happy that it finally opened up into beta too, because like now I finally could get a party together and actually play in it. Because I've only ever built. I did like one session playing with a group of friends. Oh, that's awesome. So fucking cool. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna put just a couple of these tiny little bushes.
Oh, little bushes, just a couple here and there. Oh no. Actually, I want that one to be a lot closer.
Yeah, like that. Here and here. Can't make this look like obviously an encounter area, so I do have to put a couple more things out in it. There we go. Looking good. Okay. So eventually, it's the coolest thing I've ever seen. Definitely want to play around with it ASAP. Is it possible to see a side-by-side of what it looked like when you started? This is what it looked like when it started. I should do something like that, like kind of like screenshot. So the boards always start off like that, just a plain old black board, and then you build everything on it. Oh yeah. There will be the VOD afterwards, and also I do send these to YouTube after they're done streaming. So if you go to YouTube/MediaFlare streams, I temporarily shut down my normal MediaFlare until I actually want to be a YouTuber again. I don't know if that's ever gonna be a thing. All right, that looked right. And yeah, I'll always keep the records here. Or there. There being the YouTube. What else? What else? Ooh, maybe a couple... Oh, there needs to be fishies, right? There's fishies in this swamp. Couple little fishes here or there, just look alive. Except for they don't actually, like, swim or anything. They're kind of like half dead. Perpetual state of non-existence. They just swim along with their siblings as they realize that there's nothing actually worth living for. Sorry. Got a little dark there. Fishies are so cute. Yes. Okay, not a whole lot though. Maybe like oh yeah, we gotta have like a crow. Always gotta have a couple of crows overlooking everything because it makes players uncomfortable. A crow just suddenly caws and looks at them. Doesn't even have to do anything. It could actually have no purpose, and the party will like think it has purpose. Like, what does this mean? That crow, is it a messenger from Odin? Holy crap, this came together nicely. I need some more. What am I wanting? I want a couple of roots sticking out here and there. Like that. Okay. Do just a couple, just a very few amount of roots sticking out. That'll help extend the flesh. Have it like popping back up out of the ground a little bit. Swiggy Woods would be proud. Oh, hell yeah. Let me just put a couple of goblins, a couple of little skeletons, and one big minotaur on this map. Solid. I have been playing through Final Fantasy Tactics again recently because I did not know, but it's on Android, so I was like, well, I might as well play it again now that I have an excuse. So I'm running through that again. I want to play through Insane Mode as a stream at some point. I'm not good enough. I will probably die right away, but it would be fun because I will have fun playing it. That's how that works. All right, these are actually helping a lot in my brain to make it look that much more alive. We don't even need them to like particularly be close to a tree too. They can just be like sticking out. And just nature be like that sometimes, right? Nature just pop up. It do that. It do be like that. Whoop. Okay, and then maybe some variant. Oh, I didn't know there were multiple versions now. That's cool. Oh yeah, I think I remember watching you play a version that like the developer themselves like sent to you or something, which I thought was neat. Not a whole lot of bamboo, but that also would look nice, I think. Right? Does bamboo grow close to or in the woods? I don't actually. Maybe I'll skip those ones so I don't actually look like a fool. Alright, so these ones are meant to be plopped. If you look at the base of this one, they don't explain them with the tokens, but some tokens are built with the idea that you are going to like attach it to something else. Hit me up offline. I'll totally send you a message after the stream. But yeah, so this one, for example, was built with the assumption that players would then like plop it into plants to make it look like it's just got a few extra stray leaves. I'm gonna put it in this, make it look like a chopped down tree is beginning to grow again. How beautiful. Or fallen trees beginning to grow again. Just a little sprout. Ooh, I'm gonna put a couple of these on a lily pad. Ooh, I'm having so much fun. I don't think I've ever not had fun building in Tailspire. I've never been stressed building in Tailspire. I just lied to you. I've been stressed in Tailspire, but that's more like just writer's block, like, oh my god, what do I want to do with this scene? But otherwise, it's coming along pretty nice. What are these? Are these coral? Oh, they're like dead bushes. Okay. There's always some dead plants in a swamp, right? Every swamp has a couple of dead things to signify that there's poison damage in the area or whatever. And there's a smaller one. I'll take that one. Just a couple here and there. There's also like rocks and stuff too. Okay. Well, We'll give something enticing for the party to want to get at, right? So, at the base of this tree, particularly. Oh no, blue dangle. We need a blue. Yeah. There's gonna be a pretty crystal. Right for the taking. And so the party will like get curious. Maybe they'll come and grab it. There'll be a couple of smaller ones, like too small to have any like use as a component, but maybe they can sell it for shiny trinkets, and so they'll be extra enticed to get over here.
Go away, bots.
All right, some rubble? Yeah. Gotta have rocks, too. There's a couple pieces of rocks lying around. Couple of pieces of rocks. Come on. Right mixed in there. Probably not a whole lot of these type of rocks. They don't really blend in super well with the, like, terrain. Oh, you know what I can do, too? I can just add some dirt once in a while. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I have time. I could. I'm like trying to talk myself out of it, actually, but I'm gonna do something else I just thought about. Otherwise, okay, so I think besides me coming back and polishing it more, this is the encounter map here, right? I think we did it. I'll come back and maybe do a couple extra, like, obsessive shines to it, but I think this is the encounter. I think we did it. Within an hour, I built all of this. That came out nicely. So what is going to happen in this encounter, you ask? Well, once again, everything that happens in this is spoilers for our party, so do not come on our Sunday stream and spoil anything for them. If you do, that's very unfortunate. You will lose, you will be, like, banned from both of our accounts. So it's kind of honor rules. Also, these are random encounters, so I'm never worried about plot spoilers. But what's going to happen is the party's going to pass by this, and I'm going to mention that one of them sees something over by the tree that feels of some sort of magical or fiscal value. The party might get curious to come check it out, and it would be myconids. These myconids, at first, like, don't even seem to get bothered. But once the party starts, like, messing with these, they'll be like, no, stop. But not sapient-wise. And then if the party chooses to, like, still take them and leave, they'll, like, get hostile. The party will quickly realize that they're weak, and if they either just, like, run past them, cool. If they kill, like, three myconids on their escape, then these will come out. I don't know, I'm whispering. Not like someone's listening in. But we have, awakened trees that will come out, too, and start fighting. I'm going to have another awakened tree in the swamp, too. So they won't be, like... So they're not, like, full-on tree ants, because those are, like, CR, like, 5+. But awakened trees, you know, CR 2 monster, not bad. And then we hide it. Okay. So those just come to life out of the trees if the party is too greedy. Otherwise, they can just forego it, and they don't have to do anything. They can keep moving on. But there, we have one random encounter. Well, thank you for hanging out, Vay, and thank you for lurking, too. I always super appreciate it. Now, I'm going to... Let's build a new one. So, this is both a bit of a puzzle solver. You know, we should think of it like a peaceful outcome, too. I don't want to always make it combat only. So, they could put the, you know, gems back. The creatures will become neutral again. The party can leave with, like, zero-sum. Zero-sum loss, I guess that would be? No. Negative-sum gain? No. Zero-sum loss. Zero-sum draw? I don't know. Like, because they still wasted time by exploring. But anyway, then if they somehow, like, pacify these things without too much violence or, like, fight their way out, they'll have little shinies. Maybe if they offer an exchange of some sort? What if they offer... I don't know what they could offer. But if they offer something that myconids would be interested in, maybe. Just offer them a dead plant that they found earlier. Then maybe they'll stand down. The big thing will be, we can take this one. But if they take this one will get mad and they'll try and fight, right? Now the purple ones, there's something special about it. I'm not going to tell you because it's actual plot relevance. But them, I'm keeping track of how many of them are alive. It's a very specific number and all that. Okay, so let's make a new encounter now. So we've got this one. I have an unused map here that I've been working on too. So this actually is an already created asset from Tales Bazaar, Mountainside Cross. And I kind of like it. I want to get in here and tear down some of the coniferous trees. But like the party won't be anywhere near a mountain yet, I guess. They're still hanging out in the shore of the country, so we're gonna just hold that one off to the side. And we also can, now that they've done the qualifiers, we can grab the jobs they didn't do. So they did this one. So they have to so I have to delete that one. So job 1 is gone. Boop. All right. So the other jobs though, were side quests the party was going to use. We can now turn them into random encounters instead. So here's another swamp I was working on, with something specific in mind. I can't remember what. Just kind of wanted to show you other like things I've been working on while I'm thinking about the next encounter. So that was job 2, job 3. So job 3, I could raise the difficulty of and increase the treasures that are inside, bring it back. We can even use it as this won't work well as a random encounter because it's out in the sea. But I can recycle this map somehow. How about this one? So I actually have a creature on this one already. I was thinking, I actually had like an idea of what it was gonna be, but I didn't really settle. While the music's playing, let's go back here. And feel free to shout out monster ideas as I'm looking, but what I want is, I want some sort of fey critter that they could fight. Everything is, I mean, anything you could fight, but something that maybe, I don't know, where's little fairies? Is this in order? No, it's not. Okay. Like, I kind of want this one to be, an option for the party to gather herbs of use, like craftable items, you know, that's always fun. But also have like some fae there that are gonna like heck around and be jerks. So maybe we'll do a couple of pixies and sprites. And that might change. Some pixies and sprites. They are different. CR quarter. What's the difference here? Is it just, oh gosh, are they like, is this supposed to be like the boy fairy and the girl fairy or something? I don't know. So we'll have pixies and sprites. They have different things. Invisibility, spell casting. Sprites do not have spell casting. But fight. Gooder. It looks like, oh, these don't even fight at all. They just magic. Neat. Okay. Yeah. So we'll have a couple of them. Get out of here, demon. Placeholder. We're gonna say somewhere here, let's put a very like obviously unique looking plant. And then the party can gather herbs in this area. And I'll kind of like think about like what medicinal properties they could have. Maybe they could be turned into potions later. But the big thing is they're gonna again see something that looks of particular interest, but this time it is guarded by this. I guess this is kind of the same concept where there's going to be an interesting item the party can get at, but they'd have to actually like fight or negotiate through. This one we don't actually have to do any building. It's already here. We just need one really unique looking flower of some sort. Really isn't like a super unique looking flower. Or you know what? It could just be like, ooh, that'll be what it is. I just thought about it. It's going to be a, where is it? This. But it's like sunk into the ground a bunch in this. And, oops. And we'll say that like eagle-eyed party members might spot it. If they do, they can go investigate. This will actually be kind of more of a plot random, a bonus bit of plot random encounter for them. So I won't explain what the statue's about, but now we'll say that there are little fairy critters. So these are size 1 by 1s, I believe, right? So I can actually set them smaller.
Yeah.
Now they're fairy size. Okay, so they're gonna be over here, also having just a good time. They're playing around. And then maybe another one of these hanging out over Larkin. Our little plot mushrooms. And then some sort of, I guess I could just do the same thing. There's got to be some sort of other winged... A goose. A whole goose. I'm just trying to think of what the other one could be, since there's only the one Fae. Could be that. Yeah, that'll be a good placeholder. Is that already a half by half? Okay, it is. Okay, so we're going to toggle fly, because they're obviously floating critters. And we'll say that there's one masculine-looking fairy and two feminine ones. And that'll be the signifying difference, I guess, for now, unless I find a better idea. You know, I just do an owl, right? Yeah. That'll look easier. Okay, what do you think? What do you think, the chat? Would this be easier for a placeholder masculine fairy? Or would this be a better placeholder for a masculine fairy? I mean, neither of them look like a fairy at all. It's just I can't have 3 Fae spirits and tell the party that one of them is different. Because that's just gonna, you know, confuse them in the middle of combat. Okay, what? Yeah, I'm just gonna ponder that for a bit. Okay, so... I guess the bug one looks more exotic, whereas the owl is just like a beast, and that's not something unique to the party because they come from a place where beasts already exist. That's at least my reasoning. So that's what or you know what I can do? I'm a fool. I can just grab like a gnome. Where's the gnomes? Gnomes are still considered the mediums, right? Yeah, they still are on the medium base, so you can even make them smaller. Perfect. So let's grab this one here. It's not flying right now, but it does have the capacity to fly. And we're going to shrink it down. And they're also just kind of like hanging out, having a good time. Oh. Stop. Stop. Stay up. I don't know why you're doing that to me. Okay, so they're all having a good time. Let's put some just normal animals out here too. Just so that the party feels like this place is like alive. Right? There will be an owl. One owl. Control drag. Beautiful. And then we're gonna say there's gonna be a squad of geese in battle formation, chasing after a goat. That's just something that's happening out there that the party can run into. And then another thing, I guess, that can be an option is maybe there's like a pack of horses way at the end. And if the party wants to, they can attempt to like do some animal handling and see if they can tame a couple of mounts rather than buying some. There should be more than the party's amount just in case they scare them away. There we go. So there's a field of horses. One of them's got a baby horse. There's got to be a baby horse.
Baby horse. Hello, parent unit.
So that was actually pretty easy too for me to slap together, mainly because the map itself is already built. So we've got these rolling hills, very elongated encounter, right? So the party will be traveling from this side to the other, and then that'll be like their entry exit. Oh yeah, I forgot to do. I'm supposed to put these markers here. Okay, so that's where the party will be like summoned. Gotta do it on the other one too. Oh yeah, this is no longer Job 4. This is now RE2. Resident Evil 2. And then we're going to back to Resident Evil 1. Random encounter. And then we put the party. Oh yeah, we probably should delete these. I don't know, I'm gonna end up wanting to use them again in the next thing, I bet. Just gonna cut them for now. Alright. And then what was I doing? Oh yeah. After the party, we'll start. That allows me to fetch players and force their cameras to one specific location, and I'll have their party tokens there that they can then grab and start walking around. Looks really nice. I like it. Oh What should the battle music be when the stuff starts? I think it should have 2 themes. Yeah, let's listen to. All right, we need one battle that's not super intense. Maybe Darkwood Attack. Because the first battle is just against the shroomies, and then if things do get wild, then the trees will come out. This actually is pretty chill so far. Let's just kind of listen to it for a bit. If it gets like more hype at any point, maybe we'll like backtrack it a bit. We're also just gonna say for the heck of it, because like there are natural disasters or whatever creatures. There are natural creatures out there too. That there are some bugs, you know, and there also is. Speaking of frog sounds, there's a frog. It doesn't like doing nothing. The frog don't do nothing. It's just you don't bother him, he don't bother you. He's just he's a frog. He's cute. I'm liking this battle music actually. It's very simple. It's not intense yet. It's not like their lives are on the line, but they're in a fight. So maybe we'll start with Darkwood. I'm waiting for it to suddenly just get way more intense or something. I want to wait until it loops, honestly. So we're just going to sit here for a bit. Also gives me an excuse to lean back away from the microphone. Okay, it's a little bit more dramatic. Little bit more. Are you going to get more dramatic? Yep. Okay, if that's as intense as it gets, that might be the one. What else do we have? Goblin attack. Well, I do love goblin attacks. What is this? What is this? This is great. This is not the music I'm going to use for this battle, but it's adorable. Okay, Goblin attacks out. Helmdar, probably not. Last Stand, no. Battle in the Market. I don't think I've heard this one before. I prefer the music to stay. Actually, I guess I can turn it up while we're listening to it. Again, the battle music shouldn't be too loud or too like, dramatic. It could just be like a we're in a fight, fights happen, no one's life is particularly at risk yet. Pardon me. Having a bit of a burpee fit. This could do it. Ooh, this. Never mind. It might be swelling up here. Ah, nice drop though. A little bit too intense though. Are all the battle songs gonna be too intense for me? Restoring honor? No, no drums. No blood battle drums. Alright, so we're gonna go with the Darkwood. And then something more intense with a heavier bassy beat for the trees that come out. This gets a little bit more intense, please. I can't be impatient. It's battle music. It's got to go on for a couple of minutes at least, so. Ooh, and that's got a little bit of a whimsy to it. That's always good for us. I might use it. I might. We'll see about the drops. It seems all of these battle musics have one swelling drop point. And we'll see if that's a little... Actually, I'm vibing this really good for the treants, or the awakened trees. So, okay, so then we start off this area with no music, and then the Darkwood attack or the Myconids, and And then, what do you think? This one for the awakened trees? Unless it's suddenly, I'm waiting for it. I'm just gonna let it like loop once so I know the entirety of its contents, but it seems like it's not getting super intense at any point. Also, yes, I will be fixing up like the pattern monotony here, or the like the duplicate patterning. I did a little bit as an example over here. Looks a lot better. Ooh, is this the break? Is this its drop? I think this is really gonna work. It's kind of conveying, not exactly, but it's conveying the level of energy I need for the scene. Okay. I think, yeah, this isn't gonna get any more intense. So, okay, so what it is gonna be is it's gonna be silence with swamps. Okay. And then when the battle starts, we switch over to Darkwood. Come on. Yeah. And then to the other one when it comes time for the treants. All right, well, that's 3 now? No, we've got 2 random encounters. Let's get a third at least, maybe a 4th. Start a new one, brand new one. Actually, technically, I'm gonna go RE and 2 and grab some of the land there, and copy it. I did not do well with these bushes. Now that I'm looking at it. All right, well, I'll do a final polish off screen before we actually start any of these like maps. But what did I come in here for? Oh yeah, I wanted to copy like a chunk off the map. I will just take it off. Copy. All right, let's make a new map. New board. I want at least a D4 worth of random encounters before the next session, right? So there's a board that I'm gonna make different. Get it. Get it. Come on. All right. I like that like very obvious seam. And I don't want this to be as hilly. I just kind of want to. I don't know what I'm doing here. Actually, I'm gonna delete all this. I hate it already. Get all the way out. There we go. Starting over. This area is gonna be some encounters. Where are we at in the adventure? Because I don't want to like. So there is like mountainous terrain, not a lot of it. But right now, where they are, I feel like it'll be mostly like beaches and swamps. Let's build a beach. I answered that for me. So I like these sponges a whole lot. So you'll see me like start with them often. It helps me figure out what the terrain is going to look like before I actually start drawing a bunch of terrain. So we'll say that that is the as far as like the grass and dirt will go before it becomes ocean ground. So then we'll do a little bit another layer there, kind of like leading up a hill, essentially. Maybe a couple of cliff faces here and there. All right, so now we grab the terrain and put it over top. All right, so I said, all right, board, settings, water. This is gonna be water. I guess it could be like, yeah, it should be sand because it's water. All right, so it's actually gonna go up to the second one just so that the water effects are pretty noticeable. I don't know, maybe blue? The blue is too open sea. Green is swampy. This is, I guess this is fine. Not the aesthetic I need. Well, hang on. Let me just, that didn't change much. Okay, whatever. I don't know. That sand immediately is kind of like grossing out my aesthetic that I want. I'll keep it black until I actually know what I want with my life. All right. Anyway, the water is down. The next thing I want to do is place some sand. I'm going to start off with a smooth sand. Okay. All right. Sorry, I got distracted. And then once again, as always, I will break up that monotony, or that like duplicate, the obvious duplications later, once I am more good at make word. Go about halfway down. Boop. Draw out this. Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of the same thing, I guess. We'll do another one here. That was an unnecessary block. All right, it's very square. As always, I build things super blocky at first, and then I start to like chop it down as I go, until I get a very natural feel. All right, so put some rocks there, maybe warp it a bit. Next up is the grass, so we're gonna switch to rocky grass first. Okay.
Oh, thanks for the heart.
How did I shot web? Oh, I see what happened here. Okay. And then inside, it'll be cleaner grass. Oh yeah, hang on. Let's just put some music in, because this is gonna... The silence. Ugh. Can't handle it. I love Tailspire. I don't know if I've been able to paint that picture enough for you, but I love it. Okay, we only have one option for the 1x1s, so... Okay. So this is our very default blocky beach for now, right? We're gonna put a little bit more. Let's do some really rocky stuff down here, deep in the water. All right, and just notice that there is still stuff right here, so that means I wanted to have more sand. Okay. And then we let's grab this one. We're gonna go half down the next part, and we're just gonna kind of stretch it out. Yeah. Very big sand everywhere. Maybe not go past this. I don't know. Oh gosh. Actually, that's a bad idea. Control Z, Control Z. Control Z. Yeah, I'll just do the shoreline, and then... Does this help me feel better about this? Does it have to be hot? Does the water level have to be higher for me to feel better about it? Yes. Yes, the water level has to be higher for me to feel better about what's going on here. So I'll grab this, like this, and bring it up more so that the water is like that. That looks deeper, that feels deeper. That's better.
Makes me feel better.
And then I'm just going to draw. I can get it at the same level. All right, same level, and then down by 2. I'm going to draw just another box of sand underneath. Big old box of it. Ugh. Okay. I hope the party just knows not to, you know, get too deep. I just said that, realizing that I'm playing, like, D&D, so the party's going to get deeper. I'm gonna get it a little bit more, and then I'm actually gonna have just the terrain naturally drop off, because, like, nature be scary like that sometimes. So if the party falls in there, they fall in there. And I will make it look natural. Totally meant for it to happen. Don't want that one. Alright, so then there will be just a drop off, and what I can do is just have, like, exterior. Nope, I'm thinking of nature. I just have like a bunch of this to explain the drop off. Like an actual drop off happens. All right, so that's the beach, and then we can put objects on it. So now let's kind of warp up this terrain a bit to look more natural. I'm gonna say in the center here, there's like a dip that obviously like people walk that way the most. Same thing with this. Strange dip. People just walk through it a lot. Maybe there's another dip there and a raise here. Just start adjusting the tokens a bit. Change their like elevation. You don't have to go like bananas and like do a whole bunch of this, but it does help create a more alive aesthetic. Alright, and then I'm also gonna do the same with the beach. Say this one goes a little lower. Like a dip in here, you gotta be careful, gotta watch your tootsies. I want that water level higher. There you go. Sand. Okay. Sand, actually, I don't want to heck around with too much, but I will heck around with some. Is it not even above this? I want it up higher. I want it up. Yeah, there we go. This looks a lot better already. All right, now we do depth. So I want this sand. Okay, and then up. Say the sand stretches a little bit more there before turning into grass. All right, okay. Let's say yes and yeah, and then we go blah. Right, but instead of that, I actually want dirt. Let's go with this, actually. We'll say that, like, this area here got, like, a little salty. I don't know. That makes sense to me, right? Maybe mud. Yeah, mud. Okay. And then we patch in some grass. I'm just gonna start off breaking the monotony here. All right, that looks better. Actually, that looks kind of really nice and natural. That's okay. I'm actually gonna do that in a couple more spots. Again, with the foot travel, we'll say that quite a lot of folk track their muddy boots around here. And one more right there. Or turning back into regular grass. Okay. I'm gonna do the same thing that this one actually. So and then this time it's gonna be like that. Like that. Yeah, coming along nicely. Oh, we could also do this. Actually say that the grass has been having a hard time getting removed from this area. Not really removed, but, you know, people kick up sands once in a while. Okay, yeah. Every subsequent lap makes it look that much more alive. It's nice. Okay. Starting to look a lot better. IMO. Alright, so the party will start, like, at the far end here, and I'll mention that there's some interesting stuff down at the beach. Our next step is, let's... See, I already regret delete... Oh, wait. Damn it! I regret deleting those trees. Okay, so we're gonna go to that board. You know what? I'm actually gonna go to Singcaster. Grab some trees from there, because I made good clusters here and there. And I can actually just grab up a bunch of this that I built. Why is the water level constantly at 0 here? In the meantime, I'm just gonna copy everything I did here. Minus the ground. Yeah, no, thank you. Come. I'm just gonna, like, do some transplanting. That'll help speed things along. All right, good. The water stayed here, at least. Touch the ground again. No shadow underneath needed. So what I'm doing is I'm actually just kind of, like, mixing it in with itself. Looks a lot more like an ocean down there. Ooh, crap. Except for I missed every single one of them. Let's get lower. I need to make sure that they actually are touching the ground. Are you touching the ground? Are you actually a plant on the ground? Good, good, good. Okay. Very small details from this height, but once we zoom in, looks like there's a whole bunch of, like, ocean life down there. It's very deep, very hard to tell. We don't have to worry about it too much. It's enough to scatter the eyes of the party. I'm going to take the plant, the fishies. And make them higher. More fishes visible for people to want to see. Because it's like cute little fishies. That's better. Let's actually, there's another fish in here too. No. I don't need to worry about looking for that fish. I keep forgetting that they're just in here. I made a cute couple of schools of fish here and there, and now I'm just, like, determined to never use the asset pool again, I guess. Oh, audio again. For now, we have beach, right? Ocean shore. Just need some audio. It makes me uncomfortable without. All right, now let's start moving on to the shore itself. Put a couple of starfishes around, you know the drill. Everybody knows how to build a shoreline. We've been here before. Unless you haven't, then what you do is you take starfish and just kind of put those everywhere. That's always a good signifier that this is an ocean. Not like a whole lot, I guess. I'm kind of getting a little oversaturated in starfish. I think I just want one or two of these, not a whole lot. This is also just to look like... Is this the same? Yeah, okay, I just grabbed the same one twice. This also helps make it look living. Not a whole lot again. Maybe like a clam? Cute little clam. And some mussels. Another cute little clam over here. And some mussels. Cluster of mussels. Mussels kind of like hang out together. And then another cluster of mussels right. Okay. And we move up onto the shoreline. I just want one of these fishies kind of close to the shore, doing its own little fish business. Nothing to see here, move along. And then there's another big fishy. I just want a couple more fish aesthetic. Okay, we move on to shore, resulting in, we need some driftwood of some sort. Oh yeah, some rocks. We didn't even think about that. Nature do have rocks. I'm just kind of like rotating it and not knowing where I want it to be, so... yeah. Not a whole lot. I'm actually going to put some of these in the water because they look like... kind of look like a coral. A little bit. Right there. What else? What else? What else? What else in the water section? We need some... Oh yeah, we need the rocky cliffs to explain the sudden drop. Okay, just gonna rotate these once in a while. 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. I don't know why I need to now, like, say it. I'm like, I did it so many times that I'm starting to, like, lose track of whether or not I've done it. This is coming together. This actually helps. This actually makes lore sense, too, that the water does just have a fucking violent-ass drop to it. Because, well, that's a spoiler, but trust me, it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. It'll make more sense to the party and you later. I'm already starting to lose steam, too. I want to finish at least this one so that the party has a D4 worth of random encounters. Okay. This one's actually going to extend out a while. Yeah, okay. Looking nice so far. Suddenly a rocky drop. That confuses the party if they go down there. Ooh, we can have some, like, some mossy rock. Maybe let's have right here. This has got some mossy rock because there's a tree. There's a tree up here where its roots. I'm like making this up on the fly. It just came in my brain. This root here signifies that the tree's roots lead all the way over to there. Great, fixed. Cool. A little bit of nature. Ugh. What else? Pardon me a sec. Oh yeah, I knew the other thing I was gonna go grab. I'm gonna go to Singcaster. I got distracted by the ocean tiles. We were also gonna grab their foliage. Again, not sure why the water keeps wanting to be at level 0. But for now, I'm not gonna stress too much about it. Let's grab this little nook of plant collection here. Yep, and that tree. And then now we go back to that board. We didn't name it yet. This is Resident Evil 3. Oh, it also came with some dirt. I think I saw it happen, and I was just like, whatever, I'll make it work. I can, too. Ba-bam. And... bam. Nature. We'll put a couple more trees, though, in the smaller variety. Where are you, trees? I only use you all the time. There's like a straight up nice looking small tree somewhere that I would like to use. I'm like getting quieter and quieter as we go. Cause I'm like losing my steam. I'm still getting used to being back in business, and also quite a lot happened to me today that took all my energy away before I even had the chance to stream. Very unfortunate. I mean, the news itself was very unfortunate, but not being able to stream is also unfortunate. Ah! Tight. Alright, let's do a sweep. Make sure nothing is floating above the okay. Oh, they're floating above the ground. Just a little bit. Go down a little bit. Go down a little bit. Come on, y'all. Cooperate. We are trying to look convincing. Trying to look like we have always been here. We belong here, that we're hip and happening. I just noticed I have these all facing the same way, too. Should also be mindful of that as I go. Crap. I should notice a bunch of flaws, actually. This whole tree section here is all wrong. Which means all the tree parts above it is wrong. Well, I guess we can actually minor fix that one. Just a couple of tugs. Yeah, that looks alright. This needs so much... It's not the end of the world. It just sucks because now I gotta like go through here and grab some of the assets and drag it down to make it look more legitimate. Did it break the tree at all? No, not really. They look fine. These upper ones look fine. It's these bottom ones here that did not do fine. Just the mushrooms, really. What is the encounter here, by the way? We didn't even get that far. All right. Anyone else see any? Oh. Just some flaws. I'm spotted flaw or two. Heckin' shit. All right. This whole ass tree needs to be dragged down now. Hopefully, not to a compromising amount. Oops. Like that. That did break the tree a little, so we grab that part of the tree. Grab this part of the tree and bring it down to hide that. Same with this part here. And this part. Fixed. Beautiful. So that's our beach. All right, now we need to actually have an encounter or two in it. Or an encounter built into it. So there's actually a cool little container. And a very large clam somewhere, right? No, it's under Traps and Treasures. Big old clam. And it's going to be sitting right here. Very obviously enticing. But there will be snapping turtle. What is the CR of a snapping turtle? I should probably know that before I throw the party at it. I think it's a beast. Turtle. Tortoise? Hang on. All monsters. No challenge filter. Actually, you know, just hit reset all filters. And then I'm looking for a turtle. But not a dragon turtle. Giant snapping turtles. Oh, wow. That's strong. We'll say it's the one. Yeah? One? Yeah, oh my god. Yeah, one snapping turtle is already, like, way more powerful than my party. So, they're only level 2. So let's go to build, get out of build mode. There's this beautiful little snapping turtle. Swimming through the water, having a good time. But it's just likes lurking near this one clam for some reason. It's got this shiny ass motherfucker pearl in it. The party can take for spellcasting. There should be some other opportunity here. Ooh, you know what? Let's break a boat. Let's put some debris on the shoreline. Okay. Like right there. A couple more pieces here. Okay, and we're gonna put like pieces of boat now. I don't know how to build a boat. I'm gonna go to Tails Bazaar and get a boat and break it. Boat. Look at this one here. Copy. All right, go back to the game. I'm gonna paste it. Load it up. Oh, cool. It's already like a little broken. They did it for me. And then we will kind of just start deleting pieces of it. Up on front, for sure. And then just a couple of holes on the side, too. Really bust up the back. Make it look like it's gone through some combat, maybe. That's what sunk it, probably. All right. Yeah. Yeah. No, that actually looks aesthetically nice, so... A hole there. There's a boat and a treasure chest. Or a bed and a treasure chest, so there's already content for them to explore. What else is in here? I didn't realize there was going to be content. I just thought it was like a frame of a boat. Okay, so there's actually a couple of things in here. Neat. So we'll say... Alright, so now I want to grab the boat. What's the best way to grab a boat? Oops. Alright, so we're gonna try and stretch this thing properly and grab this boat. Yeah, alright, and then up. Cut. We missed a chunk, but that's fine. It's going to be full of sand anyway. No, it's not fine. There's a little chest there. What if we, from the top? I want to get that bottom row, so that's important. So we actually click and drag from the bottom row, and now make our box. Ooh. And then up. That's what I'm missing. Up and out. Cut. Did I get it all this time? Yes. All right. Now we take that boat. Say it ran to shore. Sink it a little bit. Nice. The party can explore this. Inside, they will find... Click. There we go. Inside, they'll find, like, a couple of boxes and barrels of, like, worthless nothingness. Junk. Particulates and such. Try to break it a little bit more, too. And then... wasn't there a chest in here too? Or was it in this room? There it is. Buried a little bit is a chest that I can dig up. But that chest will have neat things in it or whatever. Or no, you know what it'll be? Is the chest in here will have neat things or whatever. Because it's been here for a minute, so it's like, well, obviously somebody else would have loaded it already, right? I don't know why I keep doing that voice, but let's actually get rid of this bed and furniture. I think there's like a busted bed, right? If not, I will... Nope. Push it over to the side a little bit. Control, push it over to the side a little bit. Nope. Stays where it's at. Now I just fix the tiles a little bit. I'm making it worse! No! Let's try this. Yeah, there we go. Same size, right? Now we take the treasure chest, which I just put in the block, out, and back up. Okay, so we'll say the captain's chest probably doesn't got anything important in it. Maybe when they open it, it also falls into the water and they have to swim for it. That could lead to the other encounter, which will be another snapping turtle. There's just a problem with turtles in this place. Swimming. Sploosh. I wish there was a shark or something. We haven't gotten there yet. They haven't given us good aquatic beasts. But there is a snapping turtle. And then inside, we'll say there's a couple of like gross giant centipedes and stuff. Once they... How do you get downstairs, actually? How does one descend? There's the stairs. It just... Oh, it ascends into a freaking wall. That's dumb. Okay, there we go. So it descends in, and we'll say down there be centipedes. Again, they won't be detected by the party. I don't know why I said again. For the first time. They won't be detected by the party until they come down, or if they shine like a torch down there. Oops. Or have like dark vision, I guess. All right. Well, that's RE3. And I think I am going to just take this, edit it a little bit, and make it RE4. So now we have 4 random encounter zones. I don't know what I'm going to do with this one yet, but I'm already running out of steam. I do apologize for the length of today's video, but there's a lot of personal stuff going on in my life right now that is draining my energy, and I want to make sure I'm not burning myself out before Sunday. So, thank you so much for watching as I build these things. If you donate bits on twitch.tv, the Lady Dames channel while we're streaming, you can roll, or you can cause me to roll one of these random encounters up and throw the party into it. So that's just like a fun thing that we be doing. So thank you so much for watching. I will be doing the spoiler room every Thursday, same time. And I'll see y'all on Sunday over at twitch.tv/TheLadyDame at 8 p.m. Eastern, where we unveil these beautiful maps to the public during our Into the Fae campaign. So thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to tab on out of here. Actually, I just realized I keep forgetting I have a stream ending soon, so I can look at this screen. Otherwise, yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Punch notification bells, whatever you need to do. And I hope to see you soon. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I love you. Bye. Love you.